Claramente es un terreno inexplorado.
Well, I give all credit to Don Hall, the director. The thing at Disney is our directors are always the brain of the story. They start with the pitch. Generally they'll come with 3 pitches of different stories that they might be interested in. They pitch that in front of the heads of the studio and what we call the brain trust, the story trust. And then they walk away and they start developing some ideas, bring it back, and we start sharing ideas. And for Don, he wanted to build a film about his kids, really. I mean, he wanted to acknowledge that we're living in a world, and what were we going to leave them in the future, and what were we going to leave future generations? And that was kind of the kernel of the idea. And then he did a lot of research, fell in love, rereading Jules Verne and H.G. Wells and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Lost World, and Land Before Time, and just these great books that influenced films in the 20th century, which he grew up with, and then that kind of made him want to kind of create his own story about adventures finding a lost world. I think what we're doing is at Disney is really kind of wonderful. Jen Lee, who is our CCO, our Chief Creative Officer, really wants to tell stories to the world. And, I love working with Don Hall because if you go back to Big Hero 6, it was a great diverse cast. And that's how Don thinks. So I think, I look at the Little Mermaid stuff and think it's foolish because she is amazing in that. And what's the controversy? I have no idea. But we love telling stories for the world. Now, I think when we make a film, we want to make it entertaining. We want to make it fun. We want to make it funny. We want to make it adventurous. But we also want people to walk away and think about it. And that's where theme always, in all films that I've ever done, theme has always been one of the most important parts. And it helps you focus the story because you know what you need to tell. And so for me, I think this theme about what are we leaving our children, what is the legacy we leave to the next generation, is really important right now. We live in an interesting time, and I think that I want to make sure that people are thinking about their children. Well, I like to think that I'm in the 99th year. I'm in the 99th year, which I like I like 99. There's a symmetry to it. I think that they can come to this film knowing that they are going to be entertained, that they are going to fall in love with the characters, that they're going to probably their sides will hurt a little bit because of laughing, and that they're going to walk away and think about it because it's so beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautiful films I've worked on. And I've worked on some pretty beautiful films. So. Well, I was very lucky because when the pandemic hit, we were still in development. And Raya and the Last Dragon was in production. And then I was able to watch Encanto, which was fully done during the pandemic. So for me, that was an educational experience watching that. We're so lucky at Disney Animation to have a team that has worked together for a long time. Don Hall, the director that I've worked with now on Big Hero 6 and on this film, and actually we worked together on Baymax, the series on Disney+. he's been at the studio 25 years. I've been at the studio almost 30. So we've known each other for a long time. The guy who is my visual effects supervisor, he's been on several of my movies, and I've known him. He's been at the studio longer than I have. And then, Enredados has been around for about 10 years, and he's kind of one of the young guys. So we're kind of like a repertory company, and we know each other, so that helped. And we were able to, with the help of technology, actually figure out ways of communicating and showing straight off the Avid, our editorial device, shots to everyone in the same in the virtual same room. So it's been great. Although I will say we've just started going back into the studio, and it is a delight because there's nothing better than walking across or walking down a hallway and seeing someone and being able to talk to them immediately. Oh, the thing that always amazes me is the strength of the artists. As a producer, I think that my job is to get the director's vision on screen and also make sure that everyone has context in terms of what is this film about, where are we going, why have we chosen this scene, why are we going. If I give them context and Don gives them direction, the artists create the most amazing imagery. And, we have this, we talk about the legacy. Disney has this amazing legacy and a depth of different visual designs and styles. So it all kind of fits into that concept of legacy.
Eso no me lo esperaba.